Japan and Star Wars have been woven together since the beginning. George Lucas drew from things like period dramas, Jidai Geki for the word Jedi. He was inspired by Akira Kurosawa in particular, whose style would bleed into the sword fights, the swag, and Darth motherfucking Vader, whose design was samurai inspired and later infused with the uniforms of German soldiers. So the boys at Lucasfilms have had a hankering for some animated action since forever, James Wow kind of says, but the goddamn canon made that difficult, and a potential Star Wars anime sat on the back burner for years. Until they were swallowed by Disney, who doesn't give a shit about canon and has a huge budget. Suddenly that door was opened, and the only question left was, how do we make this as authentic as possible while allowing anime studios to have their own spin on the Star Wars franchise? Luckily, they had that Disney money. They came up with the idea of a 9-episode series where each episode is completely independent of one another. So Lucasfilms found an anime studio under the name of Production IG and made the call. Moshi Moshi. Hi, I'm Derek from Lucasfilms. I just wanted to reach out to you for a potential Star Wars collaboration.
I am
Japanese. I don't try to calling
the English.
What the fuck are you saying? That didn't work out, so Lucasfilm partnered with Cubic Pictures, which specializes in US to Japan anime collaborations. Cubic hooked them up with some of the most accomplished anime studios in the world. Even if you don't watch anime, you've seen these around. Studio Trigger, which made Kill la Kill. Science Saru, known for Devilman Crybaby and Ping Pong the Animation. Production IG isn't that big. They made a few obscure anime like Attack on Titan, Haiku, Attack on Titan, Kinema Citrus, the boys behind Made in Abyss. If you couldn't keep up with what I said, let me summarize that for you. It's good. You don't need to give a shit about Star Wars to enjoy it. Ahsoka, Anakin, Sam Jackson, played by Sam Jackson, Jar Jar, Gordon. None of the episodes are about these guys. From episodes 1 to 9, the story is about whatever the studio wanted it to be about. A wandering samurai who goes from village to village murdering Siths. This is a cool episode. A hobo rabbit girl hops around a sprawling maze of technology. She gets adopted and raised into a Japanese family. You jump across art styles, stories, and planets with no seams in between, like a dog with no balls. But that classic Star Wars flair is still here. It's not Star Wars without one of those R2 looking things going. The lightsabers seem to stop time when they're drawn here. The faint hum breathes a sense of importance regardless of which studio is animating the episode. Sound design is so important, especially when you're drawing alien machines like this, or a robot with a heavy-ass Gatling gun going foo 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 foo. A downside to shifting the cast around so much is some episodes are not nearly as good as others. Oh, here's an example right here. You have this domineering warship veiled under darkness. Despite its enormity, the cloak of space... Oh no. Fuck! Is that the Poopmobile? Again? I can't believe they wasted my time with this band episode where Boba Fett is posted up against the wall with a drink in his hand, bobbing his head, and Jabba the Hutt decides to not publicly murder his cousin because of the power of friendship and music. Damn! Hey Jabba, kill his ass too! Thankfully, bad episodes aren't the norm. There are only 2 okay episodes out of 9, but hitting them takes you from fluid wonder of animation to Poopmobile, immersive visuals that you could screenshot and make your wallpaper, DeviantArt fanfiction. This is just the stuff I have to say before I tell you how awesome it is. On episode 3, this guy drops a supercharged kyber crystal into his lightsaber and makes a giant rainbow laser sword before getting on the hood of a ship and entering fucking hyperspace while holding the sword and tearing apart an entire ship so he can... I don't really know. Star Wars Visions glides past the conventions of canon and live action. While a lot of the storytelling can be weak due to its episodic nature, the way they capture adventure gives me goosebumps. Some characters pass by lush landscapes with a sweeping view to really say, yo, check out this rock, while others are over-industrialized thanks to the Empire's occupation. They're like space Nazis. You can sit down and get immersed. A lot of these cultures have colorful distinctions like these tribesmen who ride bird lizards, or maybe you'll see some technology that we're not even close to having today. These jet bike things, for example, that zoom across planets. The musical score does a great job at sealing the deal. It's that powerful Star Wars stuff, but many studios aren't afraid to break away from it to get a point across. Space is such a sick template for exploration, aliens, technology, new cultures, and Visions captures that over and over again. This nonsense I just said might come to mind as you're watching. Then you see the Astro Boy episode and think, okay, this is for stupid babies. He then explores his planet and you notice the careful detail in the environment. A room filled with the etchings of a bright-eyed child, each star in space placed with intention before panning up to a second moon in the background. Gradually, This little guy, and whatever obscure part of the galaxy he's in, becomes real. A disheveled Jedi Knight is haunted by visions of the future. He frantically fights against destiny despite knowing every step, every slash of a lightsaber, and every word he speaks brings him a step closer to the one fate he's trying to avoid. This one has an old robot man who hates working and walks slow. So I thought that was pretty cool. The best part of Visions is its power to explore new planets and suck the viewer in with them. Each time in a different style, each time with different characters and a small self-contained storyline. This is freedom. The fight scenes are always interesting. My favorite has got to be on the first episode, where the samurai brings a dude his broken droid and says, "I need him fully operational by the time this pot boils," and he leaves to fight a murderous Sith that uses an umbrella lightsaber. Lightsabers whiz past their faces. You can't forget death is always right behind them. But while under the influence of this fight, you might have forgotten about this. The Siths are as intimidating as ever. Each one feels like a boss battle that you need to prepare for. There's skinny ones, there's big ones, but once you hear that, you know this monster isn't gonna go down easy. Even in the Goofy episode, like, I wouldn't fuck with this guy. He looks racist. They're so rare, every Sith or Jedi feels special. Lightsabers are contraband that you gotta hide from everyone. So when an episode finally unleashes it, you might get some goosebumps yourself. There's no continuity between these episodes. They don't even share creators. Yet stuff like this never stops being special. I couldn't shut up while watching.
Swing that shit. Yeah. Bitch, 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 bitch.
Star Wars Visions is a punchy, exploratory show that tugs you in for a concise story before pushing you off to the next in about 16 minutes. The stories can be cliche at times and maybe even rushed.
The fuck, a black guy.
But I couldn't give less of a damn. I'm making this video because of how the anime made me feel. Excited like a little kid. That's how it should be. When the rumbling sounds of the Force muffle all the sound around it right before a climactic fight against a corrupted Sith Lord, I dare you to not tweak. It doesn't matter if you like Star Wars. What matters is if you want to go on an adventure. Wait, no. Don't play me off. That was kind of corny. Hey, I'm talking to you. I don't want to end the video on this.